Alright, starting off this BFD run with the PUG Group. We'll see how it goes. Probably be horde down here. Let's see if I get ganked. Oh no, there are none down here. Cool. That makes that easy. Do a log skip. Alright. Save these since we can't get no more of these for Christmas, but so all of that is passed. So I'm only using these on the healers for the extra spirit. Wait for this group, rest of the group to get in here. We'll get started. Cool, I'll take that. Still gotta wait on everybody else to show up. A little bit of waiting going on here. Just waiting on the warrior and the hunter, which they should be here in a minute. We can clear the trash all the way up to the first boss, so that part's pretty easy anyways. One thing that sucks about having two priests in a group is that I can't use, like, I can see his renews going off right now. Those aren't my renews. I can't overlap, like, I can't stack two renews on the single person, so it's just the one. So if he already has renew up, my renew does nothing. It just overlaps his renew. So that's all with classic. I know in retail, I don't think it's the same, but I haven't played retail in a very long time, so I don't know. Usually takes about 45 minutes to kind of run through BFD. I've been kind of like not lucky with my priest or hunter. I kind of been trying to see if I can get gear on both of them. And the epic staff and the epic bow is, I don't know. I haven't seen either one drop. I mean, I've seen the bow drop when I've been playing on my priest, but when I play on my hunter, I don't get to see that, so it kind of sucks to even get a chance to even try to roll on it. People get sucked on down. Like that. This thing will drown you too after a while. I'll come back. And crabs, man, they run off fast. So these seasoned wolf kebabs, you get the recipe in Dusk Woods from the guy inside the inn in the back, the cook guy. You do his little quest and get them, but I think they're the best ones to run with right now for level 25 because they give you the most stats for stamina and spirit. And at the same time, when you do the cooking, it makes you, where are they at? It makes you a stack of 3. Where are they at? Right there, at the very top. So it just takes these lean wolf flanks, and you get these from Stormwind, and it makes you 3 at a time compared to like any other of these food buffs only makes you just 1 at a time. So I think they're the easiest to make, and it's a pretty easy recipe to get right now for Season of Discovery, just to have a food buff. So extra 6 stamina, extra 6 spirit, it's pretty good. I think we're still waiting on the 2 actually. gonna be waiting on these guys just to get the first boss here. This guy's doing a log skip. That's why he's disconnected right now. So he should be walking in any second. So we're waiting on this last guy here that's dead. Oh no, he's running all the way from Astronar. That sucks. This is gonna be a minute. Just for the people that don't know this boss, and I'm pretty sure most people know it by now. It's been out. Season of Discovery's been out long enough. There are 3 ruins here that we have to hit. This is the last one. It'll spawn an elemental and we'll kill him. Once we kill him, the shield comes off the boss and we're able to actually attack the boss and damage him. But this boss, he'll put a debuff on somebody random when we start the fight, and if you get the debuff and you do not get off the platform into the water, you'll explode and you'll knock everybody off the platform into the water. It's very annoying and funny at the same time. In the beginning, when this boss first came out for BFD, and nobody knew the fight mechanics, it was pretty hilarious to watch people. And now most people know the fight mechanics, so it's pretty simple. It's rare that people get knocked off or blow everybody off the platform. It's just because maybe you have 1 or 2 new people that come in, and that's what happens. So gotta wait on this guy. It's the hunter. Yeah. No. Yeah. The log out skip he's talking about. Oh. I'm gonna do the... Okay. Go through and check everybody's fort. Actually, I think she's spec for a stronger fort than mine. Mine only does 20 to stamina. So she's actually spec'd into that. Improved power war fortitude. Just giving out an extra 6 stamina. I'm not really spec'd into that. I'm more spec'd into like the PvP side of things, so like eventually I'll probably take out a wand specialization and put it into Unbreakable Will. I think it's very good, so. But right now I'm just kind of sticking with this. It just helps me kind of quest and do some of the things on my own. Usually if I was running around with like somebody else playing with me, then I could spec into that. And then they do all the killing. I pretty much just kind of follow them up and follow around them. Still waiting on this person. Dang. They're here now. Let's see if they'll do this log skip. Oh, they did it. So they should be in the raid in a second. Then we'll get this thing started. As her stamina fort is stronger, I'm not gonna put fort on nobody. think we're all good. We just got to kill this mob. This mob will do the same thing. We'll see if he puts the debuff on somebody. Like right there. See that swirling? He put the debuff on this person, so we're all about to blow up backwards. I'm going to get next to this wall, so when he does it... See? He doesn't blow everybody off. Or blow me off the platform. I knew that was about to happen because they weren't moving into the water, but it's cool. Like, he's about to do it again. Yep. You can see the swirl go around him. I guess these guys are getting a little upset because they're starting to fight. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get back here so the bubble doesn't reach me. If you get back far enough, it won't reach you. You don't have to worry about getting knocked off like that, dude. Let's see. He has a debuff. Okay, cool. Jumped in the water. Drew has a debuff on him now. He'll get in the water. Cool. That's it. The first boss. Usually if I was like raid leading this right here, and it's pretty easy to raid lead with the PUG. It's not a very hard raid. I pretty much just leave it on group loot and let everybody need and greed over most of these bosses. It's not a big deal right now until you get to the last two bosses where the epic staff and the epic sword and crossbow drop. Those items, you'll have certain people like, I don't know, like we got warriors in this group, right? And I don't think it's fair if a hunter needs on the two-handed sword when one of these 2 or 3 warriors could need on it. So in reality, between the paladin and the hunters, or the paladin and the warriors, they should get the epic sword. So there's certain things like that that's like, you don't want people doing something dumb like that and then starting a bunch of drama. It's because maybe some of these guys, I don't know who any of these guys, but some of them could know each other. So next boss is pretty easy too, this turtle boss. Most people don't like him because he explodes and then they're too close and they get knocked back by like right before his shield about pops. They get knocked back, so you have to just get out of melee range with them and you won't get knocked back. And it's all the bubbles they get knocked back into, and it pops you from one bubble to the next, and that's what winds up killing you. So you just don't want to deal with none of that. So usually you just kind of, you do what you do if you're a melee character, and then right before his shield pops, you just run out of melee range, and you don't have to worry about getting knocked back. He's a pretty easy boss, too. As long as you understand the mechanics. Like, right now, the only thing I should get hit with is when his shield explodes. And these bubbles that do drop, I can choose to run into those bubbles if I want. Those bubbles give out mana, so... Like, I'm gonna go ahead and get hit by one bubble just to get some mana back, and that's because I'm choosing to do that. Ooh. Like right now, his shield is about to pop. It's about to take everybody down. And as long as anybody isn't in melee range, they should be fine. The only two I'm worried about at the moment healing is just the tank and these two, and then these guys I'll slowly get a renew out. Everybody else should not be taking damage, so we'll slowly get them topped off. And we'll slowly get out a couple other hills. And then when he starts to put out his bubbles again, I'll probably grab another bubble because it gives me mana back. It does damage to me, but it'll give me a good little chunk of mana back. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty easy fight. Like, there's a shield up. I'll go ahead and grab a bubble or two. I'll grab that one. I'll grab a second one. And that'll give me all the mana I need back for the rest of this fight. Just top myself off. This other priest is doing way more healing than me right now, but I'm just trying to conserve my mana. Yeah, and there's nothing here for me either. Actually, that belt. That belt's good for me. Let's see if I get something on this run. Possibly. Maybe the other casters got it. Alright, cool. Got the belt. Nice little upgrade for me. I'm in combat, so I can't put it on. Alright, not in combat no more. Get the belt on. That's a nice little upgrade, honestly. This next boss is pretty simple too. The mechanics on them is like you usually can have an off tank just pull this guy and aggro him, and then the main tank just takes this person. She'll sometimes run away from the tank, and it's kind of she just won't pay attention to the tank's taunt or anything, and she'll just do what she wants to do. And then she also throws like a spear that will hit people from time to time. And then she'll drop an ice patch on the ground. You don't want to stand in that if you're melee because you'll get frozen solid, but I can dispel it as a priest. And then I think the last thing she does is like she'll put a random charge on somebody and you just got to get away from the group. And if you have the charge and you explode near the group, you'll damage everybody. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty much a tank and spank boss. Everybody just rushes her down and it's a pretty easy kill. See, there's the ice patch. He throws her little spear from time to time. See, the mob got left here in the ice patch. That's why he's frozen solid. So the off tank can keep him in there and then have it freeze the ad for a minute. See, this guy got the debuff. He's gonna explode on somebody. He just stays way away from everybody else. That's pretty much it. She's a really easy boss, honestly. She's probably one of the more easier bosses to kill. She dies really fast, so. Now we're moving along to the 4th boss. Just gotta clear all these ads through here. And we'll get to the next boss. Bad master spell. I would already master spell all of us right here. And retail WoW, I used the crap out of master spell. I love that ability. Just gotta get to this next boss. For the amount that I use Renew, I am thinking later on that it will probably be good to go into Improved Renew. And then it might be good later to go ahead and get Mental Agility for instant cast spells too. That way when I'm spamming Renew out, because I do use it quite often. Just to keep everybody topped off. can't even hit him. I see a fear go out. I'll go ahead and dispel it like that. I don't want nobody running to the boss and aggroing him. Between us two priests using Prayer of Mending, it's like you can see most of our healing are coming from our Renew and Prayer of Healing. Or Prayer of Mending. They're both, I don't know, Prayer of Mending is really, really good. Go ahead and get started on this boss. This boss is pretty simple. He has 3 phases. We kill him in the first phase. After that, he'll spawn a bunch of Murlocs. We just gotta dodge the Murlocs. Then we kill him in the second phase. And he'll spawn a bunch of Murlocs again. And we gotta dodge the Murlocs. And then when we get to the third phase and kill him that last time, he's done. He also shoots out these bolts that get on the ground. And they do damage wherever they land. And then they do damage over time in the area wherever they land for a while. So the first phase, they don't do it as bad. The second phase, it does a little more. And then the third, when you get to the third phase, his bolts turn into like pinnacles. And they'll essentially do damage to anybody near them and stuff. They'll do like a mind flay. But he dies pretty quickly in between each phase. You just gotta dodge the Murlocs, it's the main thing. It's where everybody dies, it's from the Murlocs. So what I like to do is I like to pre-bubble people up. And then toss out, like here are the Murlocs. And then toss out bubbles. Keep a prayer mending. Like that guy's already getting smacked. Ooh, I'm getting smacked. Sitting there trying to pay attention to them and pay attention to me. But it gets much worse in the next phase. Usually, though, it's pretty good overall if you just kind of... Believe it or not, she's doing better on mana than me. And she's getting more healing done than I am. Ooh, I'm gonna get smacked there. That's fine. Ooh, you don't want somebody who get feared during that. They can't control their character and run into all the Murlocs. That's bad juju. A little rough. Alright, so we just get through this next phase. Oh, that sucks. Probably could have saved him by just dropping a power word shield there instead of trying to get a flash heal, but I didn't think he would honestly get killed like that right away. That's pretty much it for the boss there. So I don't need either one of these. No one wants... Oh, okay, cool. Doing it anyways. Thanks for DE. I'm gonna wait till I get the food buff before I actually get up. There we go. So the easiest way to kind of conserve mana is to only try to do your bigger heals when you have penance up, because it don't cost as much mana. And then even me casting Renew is honestly not a way to conserve mana. It uses a lot of mana for Renew. So just using penance as for the most part, and then keeping a prayer of mending out. And if I want to cast a heal, I can cast a lesser heal. It doesn't use much mana here. But that's really your main things. Like, Renew eats a lot of mana, and if you're not spec'd into it, it's almost not kind of worth using it, even though I like using it just to top people off if I feel okay.
Attack but totem.
Prayer mending and this guy's stupid pet getting killed. And penance are very mana efficient. And then I also macro my inner focus with my flash heal. So I can get a big flash heal like this that costs me nothing, don't eat up any of my mana.
Attack totem.
Got this orb after me. Get some renews out. Another prayer mending out. Yeah, I think this priest is actually more geared than me, so. At least PvE wise. He's probably spec for all that. I am curious. Let's see what kind of gear she got. She got some decent gear across the board. Yeah. Oh yeah. That staff right there is huge. I can't believe she got that. Yeah. Yeah, she is. She is a little more geared than me. Quite a bit more geared than me, honestly. Which you can see the difference when we heal like these boss fights into. I'm stacking more health than she is, and that's because I like to do a little more PvP, so I don't have gear on for like PvE stuff. So I'm stacking a lot more stamina. I'm hoping later they do in Season of Discovery. I'm hoping later they look at this. It goes for almost 3.5 gold on the auction house. That's pretty good. I'm hoping they do like a like dual specs or something that you can swap your specs easily. And SOD, that would be kind of nice, honestly. I don't know where this guy is. She's out of mana too. It's one thing that I try to do as a healer is try to keep an eye on my other healer the whole time. So if they're burning through their mana faster, I'll slow down on using my spells just to keep my mana up. So when she gets closer to I can maybe just take over the reins for a little while. This part, one of these guys in here, I don't know who it is, like that, I think it's that guy I just seen. He can mind control people. But I'm able to dispel it. So she must earlier she must have stayed kind of because she was rebuffing everybody with her fort buff. Power War Fortitude eats up a lot of mana, and it's almost like 20% of my total mana. Always got to keep prayer mending out. So this boss right here is probably one of the hardest bosses in this whole raid that people sometimes have trouble with. So for range, we stay back. We usually stack like right there. They put a marker on her, and everybody else will. He'll randomly pick like 2 people that are the closest to him, and he'll send them down. But you can't be sent down no more than 2 times before he starts choosing other people. So he'll randomly pick like 2 people to send down. He'll send them down. There'll be a bunch of like little night elves that you have to kind of kill until a portal opens up. When the portal opens up, you'll come back up into the regular realm that we're all fighting him in, and then this cycle continues. When he gets about 30% health left, he'll rage out, and you can't interrupt any of his spell casting. And he just right now, like in between the good first 70% of his life, we can interrupt all his spell casting. So like the rogue and warriors and all that stuff like that, they'll all kick it and stuff. Let's see. Okay. 49. Okay, 70. That guy got it over me. That's cool. I think it's worth 3.5 gold. I was wondering when they were gonna do that. But yeah, it's this boss is pretty rough. And he'll also cast out like a chain. I can't remember what the ability is called, but he'll like chain. It's like a chain shadow spell, and he'll put like a dot on everybody it changed to. And only priests right now, I think, have a dispel that can actually dispel it. So usually, every raid group that runs BFD always wants a priest in the group just for this boss specifically. Which I think that was kind of I don't think that was necessarily a great thing for Blizzard to do, to kind of like, but I mean it's whatever. I kind of wish the other healers had like the spells that they could kind of help out with, but it's whatever. See, everyone kick chains. That's a dot. He spreads out. And he'll also do like these other abilities that you can kick too, but the chain one's the main thing. We'll go ahead and get a dot off. And when he casts this bolt on our group, we just move to the right some. And that's the chain right there. We just go through and dispel it all. Let's keep moving over. I'll dispel those ones. Get that heal off. God, this guy is taking some damage. He's not a... I don't know if he's... what the deal is, but he is taking some damage. There's the chain again. He's getting hammered. Already eating through all my mana. I'm going to have to pre-pot. I think I'm going to. Just save my... The boss is almost at 30%. We'll go ahead and go to the next spot. That was good. He casted it there. And here we go. This last phase, we can't group because now he can chain. Like, you don't want the chain hitting everybody. So everybody splits up on the last phase here. And we just DPS the boss down as much as we can. See that chain, how much it hit everybody? So I'm going to go through and spam my dispel. This guy's too far away from me. Oh, we got him. We only lost the pet. That's cool. Everybody survived. You know what I have not been using this whole time? My world buff. Just realized that. Oh, I think I need that. Oh, did I get it? I won it by one. Lucky me. What's that? Is that the helm? That's the helm, isn't it? Yeah, I don't need that. I really needed that. I've been trying to get that for a minute now. I've already, last couple times I ran this, I've already lost it to somebody else. That's a pretty nice little upgrade for me. Because the one I have equipped only does it for shadow damage, shadow spells. And I'm literally a disc priest, so trying to heal. So this will help me out with a lot with healing. The 21 extra armor is actually pretty huge. So that's pretty sweet that I got that. There's a few of these items I can go through in DE at the end. Yeah, that helps my healing out quite a bit. You get an extra 6 to spell power for my healing. It's pretty nice. I go from, what was I before? 85. I can't swap it back now since I'm in combat. I have to wait, but to go from 85 to 91 to healing is pretty nice. Yeah, it makes a big difference. That's going to help out in PvP too. I lose a little bit of stamina, but I'm okay with that. What else did I lose? Some shadow resist? Yeah, that's fine with me. It kind of makes up the difference in the stamina I got with the belt too. So I just got this belt, so. This is the last boss. He's pretty easy. The main thing I think you need to watch out for with him is his breath if you're anybody else but the tanks and stuff like that. So the tanks will get a debuff, and the only way they can cleanse it is by going to these little water elementals that are off to the side. If the tanks cleanse it on those water elementals, they'll spawn ads. So usually, most people will have like a paladin tank it. Like they're asking this guy to do it. Just hold aggro. He'll put debuffs on you. Just bubble off the stacks at 50%. Yeah, he don't know, but it's fine. Just taunt him, and when you get 5, I'll let them figure it out. I'm pretty sure they're meaning 50% of the boss's life. I don't think they're meaning 50% of like 5 stacks. Each stack that a tank gets, it reduces their health by like 10%. So essentially, if you get 5 stacks, you cut your health in half, and this boss will pretty much almost get close to one-shotting you. Like, this guy already got aggro.
Breath incoming.
There's the breath. Everybody stays behind. You don't want to get the debuff, because the debuff lasts on you. If you read it here, it does damage per second. And the more it stacks, the more damage per second it does. Plus, it reduces, like, your health. Well, I don't think it reduces your health now. I think it reduces your health when the boss gets to 50% and he does his next phase. Alright, the boss is at 50%. He's doing his next phase. See how we're doing no damage to him? The boss doesn't do any kind of like cleave or anything. His breath's really the main thing that he does. So this guy has, see how his max health is getting reduced per stack? So that's the part when he turns into the shadow form thing. That's the part that hurts.
Breath incoming.
He's going to have to cleanse his stacks in a minute, or one of the other tanks are going to have to taunt. I think it's that right there. I think he had too many stacks.
Breath incoming.
Somehow I got smacked and got a stack. Just usually that don't happen. That could have been because of this tank died and they didn't pick up enough threat fast enough that I was able to pull it by healing or something. But that's BFD. That's the whole raid. Kind of look at the loot here from the raid, from this last boss. These are some of the items that people are looking for. The two main thing, and then the boss that we just fought a minute ago. That's the staff that drops, which would be really nice. So those are the main items that people are looking for from the raid. So yeah, for me, I pretty much have, now that I got the neck and I got the belt from the raid here, that's kind of nice. I pretty much have most everything that I'll need for the most part. From this raid, I don't know if there's a better bag or not. I don't think there is. But for the most part, I have everything I need minus the staff. That would be nice to get. And then a new wand would be kind of cool to get from Kelris. Lord Killers. Yeah, that one right there is the one that I want with the 5-day intellect. I just want it mainly because of the 5-day intellect. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much about. Oh, I could use the legs to off of like the last boss here. Where they at? Right there, those legs. So hopefully next run, we'll see. But 2 pieces of gear for this run is that's pretty sweet, honestly. I'm gonna stick around to make sure nobody. I didn't pay attention to make sure nobody needs something and they can toss it off to me. For me to DE later. What are they going over? Gun and 5 gold for shoulders. Oh, does he need the shoulders? What is this rogue got? He has the gun already. He wants the shoulders. So it's the last piece he needs. I wonder if that's true. That could be true. He actually looks pretty geared out right now. That could be true. If he was leatherworking, which I don't think he is, I think he's engineering. He could get the epic gloves, but since he's not, and I think there are stronger bracers in this. I think there's bracers that get 5-day agility and then 3 to stamina. So I think he can get stronger bracers than those two.
You got my attention.
All right, but yep, that's the BFD raid. It's pretty simple. Yeah. I'll probably do a little more streaming for now. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I appreciate everybody watching. So till next time, I'll see ya. Please like and subscribe to the video. It does help out with the channel. I'm trying to grow it. It would be kind of cool to get some more subscribers on here. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time.